Hello, hello, hello. Are we live? We're all the way live. Okay, so today I wanted to come with a message, right? I got inspired today. Let me get something right quick. As you guys know, I am in the process of practicing my lives. Hopefully, I can get better and better and better at doing these lives. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. You know what? For the first person that's coming, let's just woo, 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 woo. Hello, Mr. E Black. Welcome in. Can you hear me okay? Am I okay? So I wanted to come with this message, although I have like a billion trillion things that I need to do today. I said, you know what? This is really, really important. And I feel like if I come and I say this message, then I'll be more focused to actually do what I need to do. What do you say? Like get it off my chest. Definitely need to get this off my chest. Pause. Okay. Why are you can hear me okay? Okay. Cool beans. I don't know why I'm not seeing myself. That's crazy work. Can you so you can see me and hear me? Why can I see and hear myself? That's um okay. Now I see myself. I see myself. All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead. So the title of this live is why are people folding, right? And this is totally inspired by the B University Charm School that I watched today. Oh, thank you, E, thank you. And so this is going to be a really quick message, but it's a really important message. It was so it was so strong to me. Hey, just Andrea, welcome in, love. You know, I was just saying how I was watching this live today, and it really, I felt like the message was just for me. You know how like sometimes you listen to a message and you go like, "Oh, this message is just for me." I felt like this message was just for me because I'm in a process of like, creating my office space, right? And so as I'm as I'm creating the office space, I'm realizing like I have too much stuff, right? And then just as I was trying to figure out how I'm gonna like put everything back into the space because I took everything out. And you know what? It actually looks really good. Like right now, if I were to stop, this would be perfect. But I still have a bunch of stuff to put in. Oh, and just Andrea, you can understand like that because you don't remember when you was moving and you had all this different stuff and you had to decide what to keep and what to give away. I'm like that right now. So I want to show you and share with you part of the live today that really affected me. I'm gonna give you a little bit of backstory. So the backstory with this is that Nate, he has his own business and he moves people, right? And so he was just like sharing this story how this couple that was in this really big house, they can no longer take care of themselves, and so I guess the person that hired them was just like throw everything away. And so here it is, like everything that you work for in life, everything that you purchase, that you spend time on, like selecting, right? Andrea said, "Hi, E." So now it's like you're no longer able to take care of yourself and you have to go somewhere else, and all your stuff is being thrown away. So he was showing this picture of all the things that he was throwing away. So I'm gonna play that video so you can see. Because I mean, I feel like sometimes too, it is when you physically see it, that's when it like gets you. He said hi, Andrea.
All right, so as you can see, that's the truck, whatever, right? So that's this big shit here, right? It's a big motherfucker, is it? Hold on. Big ass truck here, right? So to see how empty it is now, look, I had to open it up, make sure everything was clean before. See? So it's big 26 foot, whatever, whatever. Right.
That's a big
Now,
truck.
before that, it gets even deeper. Look at let's just this is where your stuff goes. Hold on. Let me turn this Bluetooth off. This is where your stuff goes when you work so hard in life. All the stuff in your house, it gets compiled for a person like me. I take it away. I bring it to the recycle station. They recycle it and it goes back into the world again.
Crazy.
Yo, no bullshit. Look at what a person's life is for 40 fucking years. They lived in this house, right? We out here. Now that's just the garbage that of other people. We didn't even get to my truck. That's where it all goes. Work is, right? Look at that. It's just the garbage still moving. Now this is me getting on a truck. Watch. So you empty this whole truck here. Look at that. That's your life. Okay, now this is all of their shit. Look at that. Look at all this junk. Look at that. I usually go by myself here because I don't want to get injured. So look at that. It's gonna have somebody with you. It's just gonna push into that pile. My guy's not that. You don't got good vision. Look at that. So you can see this turn.
When I seen that, it really, hey, Lonnie Boo Boo. I was just kind of sharing, the things that was shown today on the B University Times School about just, accumulating all this material stuff. And then, it gets to a point where it just turns to trash. It's just like, what's the point? And I did make a comment that we should be not so focused on material things because material things is worthless, right? But more of the experiences in life. Like that's what we should be focusing on experiences, loving each other, treating the people in your life, with respect, reaching out to somebody. If you have a phone, man, I feel like that's something I want everybody to do today. Like reach out and call somebody who you haven't called within the last month. The other day, last weekend, we're in the process of cleaning out my grandmother's house, right? And it was just really, really sad because even though like my family was trying to like get items, stuff out of her house, like, oh, I want this. And at one time, they was like, oh, everybody was wanting a certain thing. And I was just like, wow. And they're like, what do you want, Kelly? And I'm like, I just want to sit here and enjoy the time I have with my grandmother. You know, no one's promised to be here. No one is promised, tomorrow's not promised to anyone. So me just sitting there and just remembering that actual time that I have with her, like I can go back in my mind, I can go back in my head to that day and just just sitting next to her and talking to her. To me, that's priceless because there's a lot of people out here they don't even have their grandmothers, and I just feel like we focus on the wrong things, and then when it talks about like why, like I named it, like why are people folding? It's just like I feel like a lot of times is they get so wrapped up in this society, like they get so wrapped up in what's going on in this world, and it's not even a real world; it's a fake world, So I think it's important that we really just recobbler, just what do you call it? Uh just just see, I'm getting kind of choked up, but we just need to really just focus on the things that's really important. Like I look back at that video that Nate shared about throwing all that stuff away, and I'm kind of like in the process of that right now. And I was taught something a long time ago. You don't bring something into your space until you let something go. And when you do that, you stay even, you stay balanced kind of thing. And you know what? I was like reading this book, right? Hey, son, how are you? I'm doing good, thank you. I was talking about oh, he says hi, eat black. So I was talking about things that we can do in life to help us be better, right? And the one thing that's really important is to make sure that you protect your peace, like protecting your peace. And actually this is kind of like one of those things. I remember it used to have these like little classes back in the day where he would talk about community and things that we need to do to be a better, stronger community. And you know what, it starts with us. So first of all, you need to protect your peace, right? That's your mental health. Your mental health is so important. If your mental health is not there, everything else is just trash. It just all falls to the wayside. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from draining people. Prioritize your environment. Like, start saying no more. I think the thing is, we feel like we have to, always always have to like say yes, yes, yes. But it's because we was raised in that kind of environment. Oh, his son said hi, Lonnie. Thank you for coming in and saying hi to everybody. That's really sweet and kind of you. Another thing that we really need to do is, you know, make better decisions. The people who we around, the people who we surround ourselves by. You know what? And don't feel bad to say what's on your mind, because I was just telling somebody that before that lot that Lonnie, that silence is acceptance. So when you don't say something, that means that you really that you agree with what's going on, and that's not necessarily true. If that's not how you feel, then say something. It might be some backlash, but if it comes from a good place, you know what, it shouldn't matter. you know the next thing you need to do is you need to build like really healthy habits, have a routine. Oh my goodness. I was looking at something and they said if you just walk 20 minutes a day. I was talking to a friend of mine. I asked her, when's the last time you walked? She couldn't even tell me the last time she took a walk. But when I say take a walk, I mean intentionally take a walk, not walk from your car into the house or, walk into the store, but like literally intentionally say, I'm going to walk around the block, where you're not necessarily walking into something. She couldn't even tell me. That's crazy. But yes, target for like 20 minutes a day just to walk. Even if you walk in place, make sure you're drinking lots of water. I don't know. I feel like I just would do a whole live stream just on drinking water, because drinking water is so important. Like, our organs cannot function if we're dehydrated. Do you know that? Do you know that you can literally cause bodily harm if you do not drink water? And I'm not saying drinking coffee, because you'll be people like, oh, you can drink coffee, you can drink tea, but no, you need to drink water. Juice don't count. Just some plain old water. Lonnie says hi to everybody. To just Andrea, eat like the sun. Well, she's at work. Okay, but she's so there may be delay. No, you're good, Lonnie. You're good. Everybody here understand. Everybody here is good people. So, and make sure that you're eating food. Lonnie, I hope you're drinking water. Drinking water, and make sure that you're eating whole foods is so, so important. You know, I know like sometimes, like I feel like this too. I feel like this is the same thing with, I'm gonna use just Andrea, I'm gonna pick on her because I know like she has kids, and sometimes when you have kids, you always put the kids before yourself. But you have to realize if you are not drinking water, eating, walking, making sure that you're getting good rest, you're not going to be good for them. You know what I'm saying? And it don't have to be huge. It could be just small little things. You know, I'm not saying, oh, become a vegan and get in the gym 4 times a week. No, just take a little walk. And see, when you got kids, incorporate your kids in your walk. Just go take a little walk. Yep, Lonnie says she got her water. See, that's what's up. Make sure that you are keeping hydrated. It's so important. You know what? And then about managing money. Oh my God, this is all you eat, all you be intentional with your money. You gotta track your spending. Let me tell you, this happened like a couple of years ago when I was in my business, and I remember I had to hire this accountant because I had to do the software and it was all crazy, right? So when I hired the accountant and he was going over my expenses, and you that stuff adds up. He said I gave over $10,000 to people. $10,000. That's crazy. Which I do. I give from my heart, but $10,000, you know what I could have did with that money? I could have put that money in a marketing account. I could have invested that into my business. I could have did all this other stuff. But, I was just had such I don't know. I wouldn't even say sometimes it was a give in the heart. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Sometimes it could have just been a flex. I remember it was matter of fact, it was just Andrea, myself, E, and Chef. We had went to Vegas, and we went to this little bar, whatever. Who was like Pat? What busted out the little card and was like, "Yeah, it's on me." It's like, that kind of stuff where it's like, okay, now, okay, it's different. I'm not like that before. Yes, 10K on mamas. It could have probably been more, but because, that stuff really, really adds up. Like, oh, you giving this person, $500. You giving this person $200. Oh, you giving this person $100. Like that stuff adds up, and then you figure you're doing it over a whole entire year. And at the time, maybe $50 don't. It's not really a lot right there at that moment. But like I said, all that stuff accumulates. So you just got to be very, very careful as far as like, being intentional with your money and stuff. Because like now I'm at the point where I don't give unless I can afford it. And when I say afford it, that means I don't miss it. So if I were to say, if you would say, "Oh, Kelly, I need $100. Can you loan me $100?" I'm like, "No, I can't give you $100, but I can give you 20, or I can give you 40, something like that." So it's like that's a really great rule of thumb. I mean, I say give you could just say I'll let you borrow, but you're not really caring about if you get it back or not, kind of thing. And then you got to look at your lifestyle. Are you living among your means? I think a lot of times people they live beyond their means. He was talking about that today too. How people are out here and they're living in these beautiful houses and all this kind of stuff, but at the end of the month they don't have anything that they can save. And savings is so important. And even if you're just saving, um, it could be $10 a month. Like it don't even have to be a crazy amount. Just save something and you get in the habit, and then you'll start seeing that you can do more and more and more. He said he need a stack. I was just saying that too. I'm in a bind, Nate. I love that. I gotta clip that because I do. I love that. I love that meme kind of thing. Um, but then, okay, so next you want to grow yourself. You know what I'm saying? Continuously, you always have to be doing more. So that could be um, reading, reading something, researching something, taking a class, building a skill, attend a workshop. Because the thing about it is when you know that old saying, if you don't use it, you will lose it. That's true with your brain. If you do not use your brain, it starts to shrink. You say, "Oh my goodness, I've wasted brain cells." Like, it's true. Like, you have to keep your brain going. It's almost like a muscle. What happens, like, if you work your muscles, you get strong, right? But if you don't work your muscles, then it gets weak, and it's the same thing with your brain. And they don't know what happens with dementia or Alzheimer's. Like, they can't say, like, oh, well, if the person did this or did that or eat that or eat that. So it's better to just be proactive instead of reactive, right? So constantly work on yourself, make yourself better. You know what, someone told me, oh, this was years and years ago, and I just hold on to it. They said every year you should do better than you do the year before, right? So that could be anything. That could be with financially, that could be with your health, that could be with the people that you're around. Like, just make goals and then keep going. And then the last thing I want to talk about is nurturing relationships. You know what I'm saying? The people that are around you, the people who shape your life, these people are so important, because I think a lot of times we want to be people pleasers and we want people to like us. And then what ends up happening is you get around the wrong people, and then they make your they drain you and they pull from you, and then it's like you find yourself in this predicament where you're just you stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not elevating because you look back and they're like literally like wearing you down, holding you down, putting negative things inside your head, right? So you want to choose people who support you. I always say, and I miss my mother so much, but I always say, use the example that if I told my mom I want to be a garbage can, she'll be like, "You could be the best garbage can in the world," because she's always like encouraging me and supporting me. So that's why I really appreciate people in my life who really are there for me, and it's like, it's not even being there that they, oh, I can get something from them. It's their time and their energy is just priceless. So I cherish that. And you want to be around people who keep it real. I just have to have a really, oh my goodness, I don't know. Like, I've had to have so many honest conversations with people recently, and you know what? It helps me as a person because I want people to keep it a being with me. So I've been keeping it a being with people, and you can tell how they react, and if they know it's from a good place. I'm never will never tear you down to like try to break you down, destroy you. I'm only telling you the truth because I want you to do better as a person. And then you want to be you be around people that speak life into you. Everybody go through things in their life, right? So when you're having a really hard time, you want those people that can just have you look at yourself and be like, it's inside of you. Well, I can't do it. Why can't you do it? And it's like, I can do it. Like, you want those people to speak into you. And you want to be able to do the same too. Like, if you're around people you can't speak life into them, you around people who you can't support, you around people you can't keep it real with, you don't need those people in your life. So it goes back and forth. It's a two-way street kind of thing. And you want to be on the same level. Like, I had a situation recently where someone was trying to tear me down in front of somebody who I care about. And that person was just like, well, I didn't want to get into the situation because I don't want to be in the middle kind of thing, whatever. And it's just like, it made me kind of think, because it's like, well, you know what kind of person I am, so you should have had my back. You should have had my back, regardless. Like, if I would have told, like, say for example, I'm gonna use just Andre as a person. If someone was to try to tear the Andre down, it's like, nah, bruh, cut it. Like, who are you talking about? Like, don't, no, no, we're not doing that. Because I ride for the people in my life. I ride for the people in my life. I make sure that if you're in my life and you've never done anything to me, I got you. Now, if you have done something to me, I might forgive you, but I won't forget. I just leave it there. You know what? Because the thing about it, to wrap all of this up, a healthy relationship, it brings you joy, and it gives you strength, and it builds your community. So yes, community is so and so important. That's what I work with every day. I work with community, and I feel like you can make community, you can make family anywhere and everywhere. So just remember that. So remember to nurture your relationships and grow yourself continuously. Make sure that you manage your money and be intentional with it. I know people, this is go back. I know people, you give them $5, they try to buy a $4.50 burger. Instead of just saying, like, I got $5, let me go buy some bread and some peanut butter and eat off this. But sometimes you have to like let people like bump their heads and let them go through what they need to go through, whatever. But if someone comes to you for advice, yes, let them come to you and ask you for advice, and give them your opinion and give them your advice and stuff. But sometimes when you're just don't waste your energy on people who don't listen, right? You want to make sure that you have those healthy routines, eating whole foods, drinking water, just making sure that you are getting sleep and, doing those things. And the last thing, protect your peace, because that is priceless. And if you're listening to this on a replay, I appreciate it. Hit the like button. If you're listening now, thank you for staying with me. I want everybody to have a really, really great Sunday. Oh, and if no one's told you today that they love you, I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye, everybody.